The
my
Twitchers.
You know what? Every time you stream, I'm hosted onto my channel, so people check you out through my channel.
Oh, you see, I need to do more Twitch stuff, anyways.
All right.
I neglect Twitch stuff way too. And we're live. Hey, everybody. What's up? It's the King of Anime podcast, which we talk about a bunch of anime. How's everybody doing tonight? As people start to pour in, Satsuki. Actually, there isn't a lot of viewers this week now that I see. Like starting out, usually we got about 40 or 50 people. We
It's
got
all
like
the
10.
Attack on Titan people.
Yeah, I guess so. But as
You know what
people,
this means, right?
this means we gotta talk about AOT.
No, it means next season we're fucked.
Maybe. I don't know.
I mean, listen, everything that is good must one day, go away, or yeah, it never lasts. Never lasts. Anyways, This is the King of Anime podcast, the show in which we pick a bunch of shows to watch during the season and we kill or pass them. If you don't know, if you're just dropping by and you've never seen the King of Anime podcast before, this is how it works. 2 or more passes, we get to watch it until the next week. 2 or more kills, we ain't gotta ever watch it again. It's not really a comment on quality per se. It's kind of just like an anime club kind of thing. It's super nice. So anyways, how are y'all doing this week?
I'm doing well.
Yeah, I'm chilling. I'm wondering why we have Shinobu in place of where Attack on Titan's supposed to be, though.
Listen,
What is even that?
It's not. Listen,
Vampire lolly.
Oh, jeez.
Listen, it's not. We had to cover up AOT, or else the spoilers would come out. Okay.
I mean, you could have picked something else that didn't incriminate yourself.
Listen, there is a reason I picked Shinobu, because this is the way it goes. We start with X-Arm, right? We are in hell. Okay. Mushoku Tensei, we're kind of in Earth. Wonder Egg Priority, we're in the afterlife. But Shinobu, we're in heaven, because Shinobu. Wait. The full image of that, the full context of that image is Jesus holding Shinobu.
All right, take him to jail. We heard enough.
Hold on, what do you mean?
We heard enough.
What did I say?
You conveniently cropped him out, though, and focused on Shinobu the lolly.
It's an anime channel.
Hello, FBI?
What?
Yeah, you need to take this man, knock on his door, and tell him to open up.
This is ridiculous.
And we know he's there too.
I created a whole story thread for this episode of KOA, and I'm going to jail because of it.
Yes.
Also, Shinobu is like, she's like hundreds of years old or something like that.
Oh, the classic excuse. Oh no.
Oh, anyways, QRW6 says, "What up, y'all? I've been rewatching Carolyn Tuesday, but in dub. 2 episodes away from finishing, but the Angela stuff is still dark, dude. My God, I miss. It's a Netflix dub, so it could go either way. But man, I miss Carolyn Tuesday.
Carolyn Tuesday was great.
Yeah, it was fun to cover weekly.
Yeah,
it was. I wouldn't mind watching that again.
See,
I want to watch it dubbed now.
Yeah. Guys, want to talk about X-Arm? I'd
rather not, but since we sold ourselves, I guess we have to.
Yeah.
X-Arm this week had many things. Crotch shots of Alma Alter. Plot twists that they were there. Stuff happened.
Okay. Yeah.
I think I got it. Yeah.
Yeah, that pretty much covers everything down to every detail. But just to elaborate on some things that are less important, EA was half right on this Skull guy being a brother because he was a clone of the brother, and he was made because the brother anticipated his death, so he wanted the clone to carry out his will. My question is, okay, so how would he have known he was going to die? Because things didn't go south until Beta was created and the weird other scientist guy injected him with something, and then he turned crazy and blew up everything in the vicinity. That happened as far as I know, that happened immediately after he broke out and did whatever. So when did he have time to make this clone? They never showed that in the flashback. In fact, the clone wasn't in the flashback. It was the actual brother. So what?
Yeah, I have no idea because that was not established whatsoever, amongst other things. But yeah, that one was I I don't even know, man.
Uh, How are they making clones of people? They can make artificial people. I mean, they already have brains and they can connect, but they don't have bodies. So, like, I don't understand why they couldn't give Akira a body if he alone was able to clone himself. But I guess moving past that, um, I will never remember his name, but Police Girl's brother, he dead.
He dead. I like how he
What do
was
you-
like, I forgot the warmth of a human, as as he's being held by Alma the android.
That that was a terrible scene. It was
And
literally
he's not a
just
human either. So how does he feel warmth?
I don't understand it. She's just like, I won't kill you because what's her face will be sad. Now let me hug you. It was just a horrible transition of events where it just made me just laugh the whole time because I'm just like, this is not, well, I guess I shouldn't be surprised at this point, which I'm not. It's just more like, well, here we go, getting worse and worse.
I
Oh
figured it out.
man.
I figured out what Alma Alter looks like. There was something that I couldn't quite place it. Her outfit was so ridiculous.
Oh god, it's gonna be a Fate reference, isn't it?
No, no, no. You
Okay.
know, like, remember the PS2? Remember you guys
I
remember
remember
that
that.
console? Yeah.
Yes, I remember my PS2 back in the day.
Remember like when the OG PS2 for the fat PS2 controllers came out, and like remember when the plastic covering on the wires would come out and they like the plastic would get all torn up and ruined?
I
Mhm.
mean,
And like it
uh,
would like the plastic would separate from the cloth that was underneath the tubing goes around the wires. Remember that?
maybe I no.
Alma looks like a fucking like she's wearing the wire, the cover for the wire of the PS2 controller. That's her outfit. It's because
Yeah.
it's all frayed and ruined on the bottom, and all you can see like, what is her outfit? She's wearing
It's non
a fucking thong, and
non-existent.
there's like multiple shots, the most unflattering shots of Alma I've ever seen, and that's impressive because this show is terrible. But there is like shots in this where it's like from the side you can see her face, and it just looks so fucking weird. She's like fighting Deadpool or whoever that guy was. Did we figure out who that was? Is that the brother?
Yeah,
I,
that is the
it wa-
brother.
yeah, that's the brother who, whenever he got smushed, he like came out of that suit and was just nothing but a body with. He had a knife in his mouth and he tried to stab what's her face in the face, and it just looks so horrible.
Looked terrible.
And like it's just she looked like so bad. And then they like get this like from the ground up shot of her like from below while she's pointing the gun at the guy, and all you just see her just crotch the whole time in frame. I'm like, did somebody not think this was a terrible shot?
Now
No.
everybody wants to whack it to CGI freaking android.
And I swear to God, there's definitively they made her boobs bigger. They are massive.
They probably did.
Those things are chonkers, man.
I mean, all the more to hug what's her face's brother with.
Maybe that's what kept them warm.
Right. Right. She has like these heating pads where her boobs are, and he's just like, now I know what it feels like to have a human's worth. This is just a heating pad.
I don't know what to think about this show. I mean, I know, but I don't.
It's pretty much the same.
Okay, like the one good thing that had poor execution, like I think the idea was good, was them trying to say like how almost free now because their like mental and physical restrictions were lifted and now she is more human like. I'm assuming she also, since like, even though it's kind of ridiculous, the whole her hugging police girl's brother, I think she probably has a body like Android 18 to where it's human like, but she is a robot at the end of the day. I
With
think
human
that's
parts?
how it is. I won't elaborate on that. You go ahead though, EA.
Listen,
that is for you.
Yeah, Krillin got some children from 18.
Yeah,
they got to go for their weekly system software updates.
That'll be
You
awkward.
gotta teach her a new move.
But oh yeah, what I was saying was that I thought the idea of her being free and being human like was interesting. It's just that it seemed sort of shoehorned in there because I don't think any of this stuff was set up properly. Like she got taken over. Yeah, that's fine and all, but like when they say stuff like, "Oh, she doesn't have to follow orders. She doesn't have to kill on orders." It's not like she was someone who seemed like, or that was emphasized like she wants to break free from taking orders from her superiors, but she can't because she is an android. That was never focused on. She just got brain control. They just took her controls and they made her do her bidding. But
listen,
yeah,
PS2 Alma, way better than regular Alma.
I don't even remember how regular Alma is.
I don't either.
She's open to kissing women more, apparently.
Oh yes.
Nah, happens all the time.
Oh,
I don't even
man.
know. I don't even remember the reason why.
I want to read the manga. Like, I want to actually sit down. I want to actually read the manga just to see what those, like, do they actually make out? And because the manga is way more explicit, tons of nudity in it of the main characters.
What should be a faithful adaptation?
Just show a light.
That'd be pretty sad.
I think they put the light there, not to censor it or whatever, but I think like when characters make contact, they have no collision, so they just fucking clip through each other.
Yeah, I mean, they do this thing to where like the effects are just bad. Anytime someone fight, there's always like a foggy, smoky screen. And I'm like, wait, there's nothing around them. Why the fuck is it? Why does it look like this?
It's like they use the effects from Adobe and then use like to cut it. They do like linear edits of this show in Sony Vegas. It's the weirdest shit.
You notice the freaking like the whole, I want to say like, I don't know, I feel it was like 80% of this whole entire episode there was that cheap shadowy cloudy effect that was going on the whole time.
Yeah.
It was so distracting. I was literally like, okay, they're cloudy in the vent. They're cloudy outside the vent. They're cloudy on the top of the stadium.
Oh my god.
Why is it cloudy every fucking which way you go?
Where they have their inner monologue too.
Oh my
right.
Did you guys catch the stare down? When Alma and fucking Deadpool had the stare down and they just stared at each other for like 15 seconds and nothing happened?
Yep.
She was like, almost like, you got to deal with me now. And then they just stare at each other. Yeah, and it's playing like dramatic music.
Oh my god!
I think he
And we
says
got
like
more Zoom.
Oh yeah. Oh, they went back to the year 2014 thing. What are we giving this episode?
Kill.
The same thing as we always give it.
I'm killing it.
I'm passing it.
Gotta kill, no matter how many times.
We have 2 more episodes, EA. You can do
it. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Lord.
Guess we should use this time to catch up with the chat. People are bringing up AOT. Rad Alexander says AOT will be rebroadcasted Sunday along with the next episode. We're pulling double duty. Shit.
Really? There's gonna be 2 episodes?
Oh yeah, that's what it seems like.
Hell
yeah. We
talked. Great.
We spent like 40 minutes on each episode.
This is just a suggestion, but maybe we could do one of those episodes separate, or maybe even both of them. If we do it for the podcast, that podcast is going to be very long.
It's going to be like a 3-hour
maybe
podcast.
We can. I was gonna say maybe we can dedicate one, another podcast specifically just for Attack on Titan.
I mean, you can find the episode on certain sites right now, and you can definitely watch it, which is definitely what I'm going to do.
Wait, what? It's out?
Yeah, well, it broadcasted in Japan for the first 19 or so minutes. Then the broadcast was interrupted. He's backing up outside, Jesus, because of an earthquake.
It's been interrupted? So there's something going on over there?
Yeah, the earthquake.
Yeah.
Very sad. Very sad.
That is sad. Wow. Yeah, I'd rather wait till the whole thing comes out. I'll be patient.
Yeah, pretty much same here, but I'm definitely, for my sanity on Sunday, I'm going to watch the episode probably tomorrow and pre-produce my video, just because doing 2 AOT videos on a Sunday, 2 AOT videos on a Wednesday, that's just a little.
Totally fine.
Even for
you can do it. It's something's happening in my house, but it's totally fine.
Somebody's Decrepit Storm says, turns out they were right. X-Arm did outlive TPN, ReZero, and AOT.
Oh my god, and now it's outlived AOT?
Everything.
Nothing can stop the X-Arm. Nothing can stop Alma.
Can't do it.
Can't stop, won't stop.
Many have tried.
Let's see what else we got here. Caught up. Yep, I think that's it. DJ Furball over on Twitch, because we're streaming on Twitch now again, thankfully, said, I posted a comment on an AOT vid. I don't know if you saw it, but I brought up a possible reason for why Flock is such a follower. I did not, because I don't read my comments on my AOT videos because they're full of damn spoilers.
People are so nice that way, and I also like your name, BJ Furball.
Interesting name. I'll just say that.
I mean, who doesn't ever get a...
No, I won't let you finish that.
I was gonna say, if we...
Mushoku Tensei. I loved this episode. What did you...
Speaking of BJ Furball.
What? Wait, what? Can that not be a segue ever?
I'm sorry. I was referring to Gashlane, BJ Furball. Get it?
Yeah, but okay. I don't like it.
I know. She's probably dead, and I'm sorry. But, you know what? I was about to say something, and I guess I better... I don't think I'll say it. I liked it. It was interesting. This episode felt a lot like the other isekais that we know, where they get quests and they go on them. You know, Konosuba, even Goblin Slayer a little bit, except this is way better. But yeah, how did they not know that the person was I don't know, like the demon race or whatever? His hair was like blue, just slightly blue. But if it's like if you squint your eyes a little bit, oh, it's a little. Well, I know they put the stuff on it or whatever, but if you just wipe that stuff off, it's it's all in the same. I don't know. It's kind of like the Clark Kent kind of thing. You just put on the glasses and you don't recognize it's him. I thought they were gonna go more elaborate with his look, because they still kept the third eye. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but then too, you have to think that these people don't probably have not seen this race because they're so rare. So those two descriptions are all they have: the gem on the forehead and the green hair. So like they didn't have one or the other, um, then it's kind of like they let their guard down on it.
That's
Like
true.
Sylphie had the green hair, but because she wore the hood, you didn't know if she had the gem or not.
Hmm.
So it's like people they had their suspicions, but like I mean, if they thought that she was a part of that demon race, they would have never. I don't think they would have bullied her. She
Right.
would have killed them all.
Right. That is true. Yeah, I guess you're right. I guess I didn't think of it that way, but you're right. But overall, yeah, just pretty entertaining stuff. I liked I can never remember his name. What's his name? The one with the green hair.
Rui. That's what that's not his full name, but that's what I just call him. Rui.
Rui.
It's like Rui
Yeah,
Jerk.
Rui. I liked his mindset after he went and he saved. Well, they were basically going to like find this missing cat, which was like a exotic panther or something. Not a kitty.
Yeah.
I like that. It's not a kitty. But yeah, it's definitely not Mr. Kitty. That's for sure.
Meow.
But but I guess once the other people cornered him and he kicked Rudy in the gut, that's when he just decided, all right, beheading. And I just like that kind of like exchange of like, you can't kill people to make yourself better. And he was like, but he's evil. He's just plain evil. And just like his mindset is he's bad, he deserves to die. While Rudy was basically saying, look, if you don't want people to think your race is bad, you got to stop killing. And it was hard for him to comprehend that and put two and two together.
Yeah. It's one of those things where I also like what I like what Eric said too. Um like didn't you also kill like a lot of people? Obviously, it wasn't him doing it. He was being brainwashed, brain control, whatever you want to call it.
Hmm.
But the whole point is that like perception is reality. So once you go around killing people, regardless of the details of it, people aren't going to take his side. Let's say you went to court for this or something. They aren't going to say you're part of this demon race that is hated by everybody. Oh, that guy was evil. He kicked the kid. Okay, we'll let you off. It's not like that. Your
Right.
perception is in the mud. So if you kill anyone, regardless of what they do, you're going to keep up that reputation. You're only going to hurt it. So he has to understand that he has to bend on his ideals, because for him, anybody that hurts children is scum. But
Hmm.
another part of that is that his extreme decision to kill him leaves no room for rehabilitation. Like you don't even get a chance to do the chance to be a better person. Like they could potentially like see the error of their ways and become good people. Not to say that everybody can be redeemed, because I definitely think not everybody should have a chance to even get that second, third, fourth chance or whatever. But it's
Hmm.
like all he did was kick a child. My God, he cut off his head. Like that's not even equivalent exchange.
Right. In exchange would be kicking him in the nuts.
That's still not equal, but I think he would. I think if he were alive, he would have preferred that.
Right. I think he would remember. I think he
Yeah.
would remember not to do that.
How do you feel about three tits?
Yeah.
I immediately thought of Total Recall
I know.
whenever I saw that. As soon
Total
as I
fucking
saw that, I'm
recall.
like, somebody loved Total Recall, and they went ahead and did an homage to that very obscure character in Total Recall. But I mean, I can understand why Rudy was staring. You know, he's just like, one more than the usual. It's great.
Oh God.
Yeah.
I don't even. Yeah, but I don't remember much else other than just thinking Total Recall.
It's funny you bring three boobies up because I actually the thing I really liked about this episode, besides the obvious story element that happened throughout it, the main stuff, is like just kind of like how this world just kind of lives and breathes, especially this small part of it, the whole bounty system. I think we've seen that like plenty of other isekai. I think most notably
Mhm.
Konosuba as one that's heavily
Yes.
featured. Uh,
Oh.
but I like how these guys, these three bounty guys, they were like rank D or something like that, or C or something,
Yeah.
and
D.
they're kind of like gaming the system where they're stealing these pets and they're waiting for these jobs to come up to like find the pet, and they're just taking advantage of that, and they're not actually moving up in the rankings at all. It seems to be one of those things where once you have the ability to go up a rank, it's you can or can't. Like it's just an option for you. You don't have to really do anything to get there. I and I think because of that flaw in the system, it helped them, but in the same time, it allowed for other people to kind of use that in their own ways, especially Rudy, who was able to say like, "Hey, move up a rank, take this I think like a class or class something
Hmm.
job. I'll
Yeah.
take an F class. We swap." And I like that. I thought that was really neat. It was a really cool way to establish like it was a cool way to get them to like the level they needed to be, rather than just going into a job or something like that and rushing through it and just giving the audience a dumb reason or just haphazard reason to go to like this super high rank. It was very logical. They used it to their advantage. I just really like that about that. It's, it's a really neat thing they did.
That was pretty neat. Would you think? Do you think that Kazuma and his gang is gonna show up in this anime as like a? That would be hilarious. Like they're out doing these serious things, and all of a sudden you just hear Aqua in the distance, just
Kazuma!
purification.
They were in ReZero, so what's to stop them from being in this one?
Oh my god, that's right. They're in the same universe. That's right. I mean, hey, why not? Now, what if ReZero was in the same universe as Mushoku Tensei?
That would be horrifying.
Yeah, it would be really fucking scary.
That would mean that there would be dragons in ReZero.
We
Oh,
already
there
have
already
dragons.
yeah, there's already dragons in ReZero.
I'm
There's like
gonna see myself out.
no, it's something they mentioned in like episode 6 or 8 or something like that. Like it was a side thing, but there's like a dragon that made a deal with. Can't remember the dragon's name. Don't know what I'm saying. I don't want to say too much. I don't want to spoil you guys. But basically, yes, there's a dragon that Roswell wants to slay, and that they are in the royal selection.
If you get any dislikes, it's because of me.
I don't think people will dislike the video because Forgot about the dragon and reason. It's fine.
Yes, I did. I thought that there was. I know there's a fucking whale that flies in the sky, but I didn't think there was. I couldn't remember because we didn't see a dragon, did we?
Not in
No.
ReZero.
Okay, that's what I thought. That's probably why I didn't know. They probably spoke about it in passing. They're like, Smog, he's over there protecting the gold, and then it just just rolls right off the back, and I'm just like, oh.
I thought it was Smaug. Wasn't this a debate back in the day? Like, is it Smog or Smaug? Wasn't it like a meme?
Yeah, I don't know. I know he's voiced by Benedict Cumberbatch. That's all I know.
Oh, I remember that guy.
Hola, buenos dias.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, I was reading the chat.
What's up? What's up?
Muy bien. ¿Y tú?
Latino? What is something else? The beginning
Force.
Oh, yes, that's the first thing I thought of. That's another thing actually I did like about this episode was the focus on the world building I guess not the world building as much as it I guess city building of just these other species of characters that speak a different language. You got a little bit of a last episode, of course. I liked these little Ginyu guys. I thought they were pretty neat.
Chase, Berta, Goldo, Captain Ginyu. Oh shit, I'm forgetting the fourth one. Oh yeah, that's right. Thank you, Raccoon, Ginyu Force.
I was thinking about trying to get themes for the King of Anime podcast, each week, for a whole season. Each week has a different theme or whatever. And the first thing I thought of was Ginyu Force.
I mean, nothing. I mean, that's perfect. Ginyu Force is one of those memorable things. People either really love it or they really hate it. There's no in between.
Yeah, they're definitely iconic for sure.
They really are.
Yeah, what'd you guys think about these warriors type people?
The horse face was I wanted to
Lord. I forgot about him.
Remember the horse face? Yeah, BoJack Horseman was there, and I almost wanted to have Rudy say, "Hey, why the long face?"
He was. I will just say this. I'll speak for myself. He was terrifying to look at.
Yeah,
he was.
He smiled one time, and I was like, "Yo, this does not look like a good guy." Sorry.
I wonder how strong he is. He has to be pretty strong if they're focusing on him a lot.
Yeah, he has to be in the A class or S class because the way he looked down on the other guild members who were helping out Rudy's camp, or should I say what Dead End? That's their guild, that's their group name now. The way he was looking down on them, and they are D now. He has to be at least be 2 classes above them. I can't imagine him saying that when he's only 1 above them. It seems a little. Yeah,
could you imagine? He's C class. He's just "Ha, you filthy commoners."
Yeah, I just can't see that. So I believe that he is A or S if they go as far as S. I don't think they said all of the classes they go up to, but that's usually a typical thing.
Eris did not take kindly to her little cloak thing the button being pulled off.
That
she beat the shit out of the
holy
group.
Crap! Those sound effects. I was like, "You're killing him! Stop!"
She
Internal
had
crunch.
She had 2 of the funniest scenes. That one where she just stomped those guys out, and they didn't even say anything bad. Rudy's like, "Oh, she doesn't speak the language." That's still not an excuse to stomp someone out because you don't understand them.
I know. She was just more upset because they tore her cloak or whatever.
Yeah.
You talk about Gabby being a pit bull in AOT. Fucking Eris, dude. Holy shit. They did later.
Eris, yeah, she's a pit bull. Gabby's like a chihuahua in comparison.
Yeah. Dude, later in the episode, she's just Rudy is kind of scolding him or whatever. Ruijerd is getting scolded by Rudy, and she's just fucking laying into him like, you shouldn't do this. Rudy's the
And it
best.
does no damage.
But she's like,
it's a tickle to him.
But it's like in Dragon Ball Z, like when they connect fists or whatever, it's like it fucking gives that fucking thing around their fucking fists. There's just so much energy is being put, like the wind is being pushed out from beneath her fist. The same thing with her punches and kicks. Like dude, Sasuke, power rank. Gotta do power rank for
in comparison to the series. You want me to power rank or the hell is her name? Eris.
Eris, yes.
Eris is stronger than Rudy, but
physically only.
Yeah, physically. Like magical, he's got her on that. And Rujin, fuck, what's his name? Is it Rujin?
Ruijerd.
Fuck. Okay, I'll get the name eventually. Ruijerd is like top tier. He's really strong, and he hasn't like gone full out yet.
Yeah, I think another thing to note about Eris is that she is more like her fighting style. I think translates more into being able to be considered strong on the battlefield, because the thing about Rudy that is still lacking for him, and we've seen it like in the spar, not even really a spar, it's just like a beat down when his dad beat him up, he isn't able to like cast his spells fast enough to react to certain people who are at closer range. So if, like, let's say if Rudy and Eris fought under the right circumstances, I actually think Eris can win, even though I think Rudy is overall stronger than her. He has some sword training. He's not that good, but Rudy has some magic that she can use as well. So I think swordsmanship is just like a good thing that could translate to battles. So Eris is pretty solid in that regard. Like we seen what she did at the beginning of the episode, where she killed like a million monsters, and then Rudy was like, "You go to save some for me?" Or, all right, I guess you got it.
I'm just gonna sip on this tea while you fuck everything up.
Pretty much.
Yeah, Eris is said before, but I really like Eris. There's something else.
Someone said, "Who's your favorite?" Essentially, it's Amy. Oops. Said, "Who's your favorite character from Mushoku Tensei?"
The guy who we haven't seen yet, who stared down a dragon and said, "What's up?" He has to be incredibly strong. Like, I don't even know his name or what he does, but that just impressed me right away. Like, just the fact that a dragon got so close to his face and he didn't even flinch, and then the dragon left first.
I mean,
but other than that, I don't know. Ruger's pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, I like Sylphie, but maybe not. Maybe MILF? I think Eris is my favorite.
Oh.
So far, at least.
We haven't seen MILF wife in a minute.
Yeah.
Probably don't want to see her for a long time.
Yeah.
It's either Eris or Gasoline.
Yeah, Ghislaine is my favorite. I like, in general, she's just I think she's a cool mentor figure. I like the fact that she doesn't show shame, and she doesn't have much pride to be taught by Rudy, who is probably like half her age. I like that. Silent, strong protector. Kind of the role that we see Ryu playing, Rui playing. But I think we had to see more of him for him to be one of my favorites. But I think he has potential, and also the fact that he can grow from what Rudy is saying to him. How he has to act more composed, and he can't just go around killing people. I think he has a lot of room to grow. So I guess we'll see. He's going to snap though. He's definitely going to snap again.
He probably will. Yeah, Gaishlin is pretty cool too. I just miss her.
I do. Yeah, well, speaking of Gasoline, where is she?
Don't know.
She's I think she's alive. She's too tough to kill. I think she's probably teleported in some other part of the world.
I, I
Hopefully, fully
think
clothed.
I think um I really think Dead End messed up with having these two people be the spokesperson or advertisers for um the hell is this race called? The Supered, right?
Yeah.
I think that's right.
I think they messed up because they killed one of their companions who was supposedly the leader of them. So I don't think they're going to just, it could just be straightforward to where they actually do what Rudy says, but I think they're going to backstab him. I just can't see this working out because they killed their leader in cold blood. They probably had a bond, and it's just
I
hard to just accept that.
I don't know. I mean, it didn't seem like they really cared for the guy anyway.
I
Like
think they were
it's
just too much in fear. Like if they spoke up, they would have died. Well, at
I
least in their mind.
true. I think they'll be buddies. I don't think they'll be friends per se, but I definitely think they're going to do what they say, as far as these like quests and whatever, and they'll because they probably will be too scared to like, they they don't want to die. They'll just be like, all right, here you go. Here's your B class stuffs. enjoy enjoy all that. But who knows at this point? There's one more episode next week. Can you believe that?
Ah, oh yeah, it's true. Wait.
It's the it's the last episode next week.
I mean, it's a
It's
2 core series though, 24 episodes.
Yeah, but I guess this is the first core, and then the next core I think is gonna be in the summer.
hmm.
I
Oh
do, I
yeah.
do know that they're ending it at number 11 in this season, and then the next season will. I hope next season is going to be like, I don't know, just insane craziness, because we've gotten just a little taste of it, just a little appetizer of what the action in the show could possibly be. Not to say it's bad, but it's kind of like introducing the world, you introducing the characters. All right, now let's get to the meat and potatoes of this of this show, which I'm curious to see.
I will say, before we move on any further, that the art that we're using for these streams now, that you see on the screen, is done by Bill Asperger. So go check him out on Twitter. There's his Twitter that I dropped in the chat. Go drop by, tell him what you think about his art. You enjoy it, if you hate it, whatever. Probably not if you hate it. That'd be mean. But
Yeah,
if you
yeah.
he worked pretty hard on these. Go tell him what you think. As well.
Next season we might do stick figures.
Yes, I will draw them. It'll be amazing. As well, I have in the pinned live chat thing, the pinned comment or whatever at the very top of the live chat, some KOA merch. It's just a t-shirt. If you buy that, it's split between Satsuki and EA. You get like $7 for every purchase of that t-shirt. So yeah, that's just another thing to do. As well, just support the stream, hit the like button if you're enjoying it, tell your friends about it, all that great stuff. But what are we gonna give this episode?
I'm
Pass.
passionate. I definitely want to see how this first core or whatever ends.
Yeah, I'm glad we got through some of the rough spots in the
Yeah,
show.
I
Not to
agree.
say that, just given Rudy's characters, it'll probably reoccur again, but right now, smooth sailing. So I'm happy with the direction of the story right now. Pass.
Hello, Gumball.
Oh, Gumball, that's it.
Gumball wants to get our attention. Hello, Gumball.
Hello, Gumball,
Yo.
and
Welcome,
anime aesthetic.
welcome to the stream. You you got you well, you fellas or gals are welcome and join. I on my Twitch yesterday, I mistook somebody for a dude this whole time, and they were a woman. So I'm trying to be better with naming people. So
As well.
welcome.
As well, before we get on to Wonder Egg Priority, it's important I mention before I forget that I announced the first show that we'll be covering on my community tab for the next season of KOA, and that is Yoshitoki Oima's To Your Eternity, which is a show that I'm super excited for. And I will say, do not watch the trailers for it. If you're going to watch it, go in completely blind if you can. It's from the creator of A Silent Voice. I think it's going to be pretty good. We'll see.
It looks pretty good.
Yep. With that out of the way, let's get into the final topic of the show, and that is the newest episode of Wonder Egg Priority. Last week there was, of course, a recap episode, so we didn't cover it. Technically, already have. This week, new episode.
Yeah, cool episode too. But I'm going to get my complaints out first. All right.
If they're the same as mine, I all right. Let's hear you say it.
All right. My complaint comes in during the last few minutes of the episode, and honestly, it's kind of a big one just because of what it could mean for the story, because it's a big turning point. And that is when we see the two guys. They have names. I don't bother to remember though.
Crash
I'm just going to
test
call
dummies.
them, yeah, Crash Test Dummies, Ed Cube.
It's like Aka and Ura Aka or something.
Yeah,
Uraraka.
Ochako, Uraraka.
the Egg Boys. We know they have this big planned evil meeting on a fucking Zoom call right in the open.
Thank you.
What the hell?
I thought the exact same thing.
It's just a big issue because, like I said, this is a major turning point in the series that is going to make the girls hesitate on whether or not they want to continue on with being or buying the eggs, and they're probably still going to do it because they're trying to save their friends and loved ones, but it's just that, like, unless this was planned by one of them, that was pretty stupid. Because they did it right out in the open. This is an area where they play video games, they hang out, they buy the eggs. So it's like you couldn't have done it anywhere else. You had to do it right out in the open in broad day, so anyone could eavesdrop.
And who's to say that these 4 girls are the only girls that do this shit? Like, I would assume that there would be other people that are doing something similar to what they're doing. Like they're not concerned that people are just gonna just walk up right behind them and go, what are you referring to when you were talking about saying all these things and using us and scamming? What? I'm sorry. Could you repeat that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had. It's so cliche, especially with the villains just announcing to the world because they think that nobody's listening to them. It's their whole evil plan. It's just, yeah, that kind of rubbed me the wrong way too. And the only thing I could think of is all it's there for is just to move the plot forward. And they could have done many different ways to have had us discover it, but they decided to do it that way. And yeah, that's kind of disappointing to me.
Yeah. I just wish it was more of a mystery thing that was lingering. They figured something out. Maybe someone's skeptical of it. That would have been a little better if they like eavesdropped on a closed door conversation. I think that would have been better if one of the girls was skeptical and they tried to figure out more about them because they just didn't trust them. But it's just my issue was it was out and open for these girls to hear. Again, this is a place they hang out and other things, so it's not like they thought this was a safe area for them to talk.
Oh, hi, what are you doing here? You didn't hear what we said, did you?
They say it louder with a megaphone.
Right. We must plot against these women. Oh my god.
That's my only complaint about it. The rest of the episode was pretty good.
Yeah, it's
Um,
not too bad.
Neru focused episode. And Neru's I don't know if she's my favorite character. I think I like Rika a little more, but she's definitely my second favorite. I like that she is so pragmatic and practical and logical, and it just hurts her relationship so much because she's just like, all right, we had to pull the plug on my friend, and everybody's like, no, but even though she said to do that, like you can't just, you have to think about it a little more. And she's like, but that's what she wanted. She just like I said, she's logical to a fault to where she kind of ignores her emotions, but I like the fact that it still affects her because we saw her finger shaking when she was about to actually follow through with the plan and how she broke down in front of I. So
Hmm.
yeah, I like those character moments with Meru.
Was her friend ever mentioned in any of the other episodes or just this one?
I don't believe so.
Yeah, just this
I
one.
didn't think so. Yeah, I thought so too. Because I remember they were talking about her sister gave her those scars that were on her back, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, and I thought maybe they did they ever bring that up again as to why she did that?
no.
I didn't think so. I felt like not to say that it was bad. I just thought maybe it was possibly a missed opportunity where they could have talked more about the sister and about why she has these scars, since it was a narrow focused episode. But
Mhm.
instead, we get this random character that we've never heard about throughout the entire series, and we'll probably never hear about again. And it was just to me it wasn't bad, but it just felt very shoehorned, so to speak. Where, oh, here's my friend, by the way, never talked about them about in this entire series, but there they are, and I don't know if I want to kill them or not. But and I hate to rag on the show or whatever. I just I guess you could say I'm just being a little nitpicky with those things, and to me that was just a couple of things I was nitpicking about the show, but animation still looks stellar. I like the teamwork whenever they fought the monster. Overall, it was entertaining, and it was a nice character moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Neru's friend in this. Like she had this really unique look to her. She was an albino, but she had
Hmm.
these highlights in her hair, and she had the same heterochromia that I has going on as well. Uh, Visually, from a visual perspective, very distinct character. And I found her character really interesting as well because she's like this scientist or whatever. She's trying to, demystify the things of life, trying to figure out, basically the thing she was studying was death. And she was studying near death experiences, and it got to a point where she just died and went into a vegetative state. Really sad, but at the same time, not totally unexpected from someone as crazy as her to
Uh huh.
repeatedly almost kill themselves constantly. Um, you could only expect something like that would kill them eventually. I guess it just caught up or whatever. She made a mistake or something. But her personality is very interesting because she she has this kind of almost like pseudo devil may care kind of attitude where it's like, do you not want to live? And it's just like, nah, living's kind of weird, right? It's kind of normal. like she's weird outlooks on life, these weird ideologies, these weird viewpoints, but it totally fits because she doesn't see life in the same way that Neru does, even or I or Rika or any of our characters in this show. She sees it as something more seemingly, at least more scientific and factual, I guess. She doesn't see like her joy of living isn't normal. Isn't uh isn't like us, where we get, joy from the simplest of things. She's just like, time to nearly die. See what happens. Like, she's just fucking weird. But that's who she is. And her
Time to
attitude.
nearly die.
Yeah. 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 And I love her relationship with Neru because it makes sense. Like, you could tell these two were close, and she meant a lot to her, and for her to die, that was a big moment. And also just, a scene where Neru isn't just so emotionally just like this very kudere kind of Raya Inami-ish kind of character. You actually see some really strong emotion on her face, which is something you don't really see often. So, in that sense, I think it makes her character seem that much more important. And it was just I think from that perspective, their relationship and just kind of showing off this character, she was definitely one of the highlights of the episode for me. Um, one of the most distinct, besides the fangirls that told I to get out the glow sticks and
You
wave them.
love those fangirls.
Dude, those fangirls are awesome.
Cool, I got to admit.
And the side chick was pretty good too. So.
Did you just say the side chick?
The science chick.
Oh, I thought you said the side chick. I'm like, who had a side chick in the show?
I mean, it might be a harem if you look at it the right way or the
Oh,
wrong
you think
it's I's harem?
It's I's harem? That is true. Rika likes her Rika likes her legs.
Oh yeah. I have that in GIF form. It's so funny.
I think there were like two subtle moments that I like from this show that kind of made sense with the respective characters. For one, Neru, when they were going over like what they wanted to do, where they wanted to go, like I think Rika or Momo, one of them said like they wanted to travel somewhere, um, and go to school for something. But like a thing I noticed with Neru was like Rika kind of said, "Oh, well, you're just going to have the company and whatnot," and Neru seemed to be really reserved about like wanting to do that. It seems like she's really forced in this position, which makes sense because she's still a child, albeit a very smart one, and we got an explanation on that as well, as she's someone who was basically not created because she's not a android or anything like that, but they took I'm assuming the genes of two high IQ people, and that's how she was born. So she doesn't know her parents, and that was another subtle moment too, to where Rico was like, so they won't tell you who your parents are, and you could tell that registered in particular with her, since she doesn't know who her father is. So I think those like two subtle moments that, given the characters in mind, I thought were pretty cool.
She's kind of like Japan loves to do this. They love to do these like designer baby things, and
Mhm.
she's kind of like one of those.
Like that kind of designer?
She's a Gucci baby.
Gucci baby.
Gucci baby.
Yeah, I love that about her. She's like almost this weird test tube kind of person. And I don't know. I think I like Neru as well. I like her quite a bit. I think it's just because she's so fascinating. She's got all these like subtle things to her characters that I really.
Another thing about the episodes you can is always cool to try to figure out or talk about is when we get into the characters who we're trying to save and who were originally from the eggs. You can kind of get a feel for their character based on the trauma they had to face, because it's not like we follow those characters. They're usually there for one episode, so we had to take what they're fighting and base that on who they are or who they were as a person when they were living. So with Neru's friend, we saw that they were fighting a scientist who wanted to dissect her, and that was like part of her trauma. That was the whole reason why. never wanted to pull the plug on her is because she didn't want her body to be given over to these scientists who just wanted to figure things out about her since she was this genius albino child. So I think that was pretty interesting that she like regardless of like how you explained her personality, see, with her kind of being like lax about a lot of things, that was the one thing she would not yield to. She did not want her body to be given over to adults to be dissected.
Adults are just assholes.
Sort of. Even the ones that don't have who aren't really even human. They're fucking crash test dummies.
There's also the whole thing of I and her friend. They were playing this game with a coin or whatever. And this is I may have misinterpreted this. You guys may have to help me out with this. But was this game a way to tell us that I's maybe future father-in-law like maybe had a thing with her friend actually?
You're talking about that. Okay.
Because the
I was
game
confused a
was
bit.
that if you know your crush likes you, like you don't flip the coin or whatever. And I was gonna flip the coin, but her friend wasn't.
I don't know. I've seen some animes that have coin things that represent love, so that wouldn't put it. I wouldn't be surprised.
No, the game specifically was like, okay, think of it as like some Ouija board type of thing to where like wherever it landed on, like that she asked if her did her crush like her back, and her crush was the teacher, obviously. So like it landed on yes, but I was saying that she didn't know whether she like unconsciously moved it that way or whether her friend did
Mm,
it. I don't know what that means. I think they're intentionally being they're leaving that up to our interpretation. So I don't know if that relationship of the teacher and I's friend is going to be brought up again, but I don't know. I don't know. I'm really hoping he isn't a creep like that. Um, but I think that scene had a different metaphor for it, but I didn't really look too deep into it, so I can't really expand on that.
I mean,
hey there, Ice friend.
Just calls her Eyes friend. Doesn't even call her by name.
hello, my daughter, my new daughter's friend.
Oh god.
You know, that would make sense to be her trauma though, right? Is the person that she had a crush on basically used his power as an adult and a teacher to do awful things to her possibly, or uh take advantage of her, or make her do something that she didn't want to do. So, fuck, could be as simple as, hey, you want to smoke some of this weed? My new daughter's friend.
You guys want to see a dead body?
You guys want to see a dead body? um,
Wait, I'm looking at one of my screenshots. I'm sorry to like turn this around, but do you remember the lady who was helping on the elevator who turned out to be the evil lady on the Zoom call with the crash test dummies?
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah, that was the one that led him through the hospital, right, or whatever it's called, building.
She had a nice
Yeah,
haircut.
she looks like Naru.
She does.
Isn't that
She
her sister?
no,
I don't want to assume. I'm sorry.
her sister's dead.
Oh
She's
fuck
kind
me.
of she's kind of fucking dead. I'm
I
thinking that could be her
I couldn't
mother,
I
her
couldn't
real mother.
remember. It might be. I don't know. God. I'll see myself out again.
My lord. Um, I don't know. Any final thoughts on this episode?
Huh.
This is why you don't do a recap episode of episode 8, because then something new happens and then it
You
adds
forget.
more to the character.
Let's see.
Forget what?
You know, it's like there's a recap episode, and you just fucking
Oh, right.
you get
Because
out of
they
the zone.
forgot. They literally forgot what happened 8 episodes or 7 episodes ago because, you know,
That
7
too.
episodes is too much to handle for
Too
some
much.
people. I can understand a season. A freaking Attack on Titan was gone for 4 years, and I would understand where they would do a recap, and they didn't even do a recap.
Actually, I think they
said,
did.
no, they did not. I remember specifically. I was like,
There's
all right, we're going into this, and then boom, it just started going. I'm like, oh, well,
they have 4
okay, I
recap
guess we're not
films.
recapping this.
No, what I mean is they have 4 recap films. That's like I think that's where they
okay.
showed the first clip of season 2.
I guess what I meant is that there are some shows. I love My Hero Academia, but they do this annoying thing where they always gotta recap something, or they always gotta show you this person's name. It's like, I think we understand his name's Deku. I think we understand we're 5 seasons in case we forgot his name was fucking Deku.
I mean,
But
show's pretty
yeah,
massive.
I mean it is, but like after 5 seasons, are you going to forget the main character?
Maybe. You don't know me, EA.
I apparently I don't.
I don't even know who you are anymore.
I don't even know the main character's name for X-Arm.
I don't either, Akira.
Never mind.
But what was I talking about?
Final thoughts on
I don't know.
Wonder Egg.
I like this. I like this show. It's great. I'm really kind of nervous because I almost feel like it's going to have either a rush or not so good ending because of how the last 3 minutes was played off with the whole Crash Test Dummies announcing to the whole fucking world that what their evil plan was. So I'm hoping it's not going that way because I know this is an anime original, so it's not based off any manga. Again, that doesn't mean anything because mangas can have bad endings. But you know, it just a little nervous, not too bad, but just hopefully no more of that minor inconveniences.
Yeah. We have 3 episodes left of Wonder Egg.
I think so, yeah.
So yeah, I think I'm in the same place where EA, like where I'm kind of worried. It doesn't mean that, it's going to end up bad. I'm just kind of like, I have a raised eyebrow a little,
Mm-hmm.
because of how sudden that plot twist was. But with 3 episodes, you still have a lot of room to work with. So I'm hoping that things don't just come crashing down because this is a pretty good series. So I just hope that it keeps up the same quality. I was satisfied with this episode, so it's a pass for me.
I'm gonna give this episode a fuck.
Whoa.
I just spit all over my monitor.
I'm gonna give it a fuck because I love this show so goddamn much.
I was not expecting that.
I think this is the first fuck I've ever given a show.
Really?
Which is yes. We've nuked things from orbit. We've super killed things, I believe, at one point. Or like mega killed or whatever I said. I'm giving this show a fuck. And the reason is because not only is it a callback to Anime FMK, what we based the show off of, what I based the show off of, and I love it so much that I want to actually fuck the show. No, I'm just kidding.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. C has lost his mind. I think it's time to end this.
You start with talking about the lolly, and then you end by saying you want a fucking anime.
Hey,
See?
we're at the end. We're at the end. Shinobu.
Yeah, we are.
We are now in heaven.
We're not
with Shinobu and Jesus.
Yeah.
Amen.
All right. Well, where can they find you?
Okay, you can find me at Everything Animated. Whoa, sorry, I just lost consciousness there for a second.
That's not a good thing.
What the fuck?
No. I just lost my train of thought. I'm sorry, I was distracted. Everything animated. At this point, I'm just whenever my video gets done, it's gonna get done, and I think y'all would appreciate it because it's gonna kind of intertwine with an anime coming out this season, or sorry, this coming season, and that should be fun. I have a Twitch, which is KillerZeke87. You can follow me there. I stream. If I don't stream on certain days, I always stream every Sunday. You can find me there doing the community stream. Last time I had a great community stream. I appreciate everybody that stopped by. And finally, I have another YouTube channel. It's like a reaction slash all elite wrestling channel where we do reactions, we do discussions, and when I say we, I also mean it's not just me; it's me and my girlfriend. We have a channel together, so stop on by. All elite couple.
All right. As for me, nothing on the channel. My live reactions to ReZero are on a different site entirely. I don't even feel like posting a link because I don't have it right now on hand. But more information will be out probably 2 weeks from now. But yeah, nothing on my channel, so I'm just going to be here. So that's it for me.
I'm going to be doing videos with my girlfriend as well. We've been doing videos together already for 9 years. My right hand, and we will continue to do that.
You got your right hand 9 years ago?
Well,
Mugi,
we started.
It's fucking Mugi.
Mugi?
Oh,
Parasite.
Mugi, or freaking my show, freaking Midori days. You got Midori?
You know, if I had Midori, I think I'd kill myself.
Damn.
Why is she so nice?
No, we don't know. It's anime version. It's fine. Real life, I don't think I want that.
You don't want somebody to constantly be kissing on you, but it's like your hand.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right. Well, have fun with your girlfriend hand.
Yeah, Rosie Palmer. She's great. Yeah, we do videos almost every day at this point. We just did this video together too. She was in this podcast. Say something. Yeah, she doesn't know how to speak. She's a hand. But yeah. See you guys next week, I guess.
Maybe.
All right. Have a good day,
Maybe
everybody.
we'll be there.